But then you got Lil Nate, Lil Travieso down in the Springs, rest in peace, like with the Latino rap going crazy. You know what I'm saying? Millions of views on YouTube, FBP and them crazy on YouTube.
Is there a big Latino rap around here?
Oh yeah, that's so Latino rap in Colorado's huge, and I feel like they get a lot of I don't want to say blackball, but just slept on. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like they deserve more flowers than I feel like they get. But there's so many rappers out here, you know what I'm saying? But as far as like my personal taste, I like AP. I think he's number one. Yeah.
So I seen there's a bunch of events too. Do you go to all these events, or do you just?
Yeah. So I try to go to as many as I can, but it's so hard. You know what I'm saying? I went last night just because Ray's my boy, Ray Reed, and he threw my logo on the flyer. So I was like, I'm gonna show face and say what's up. But like, there's too many events now to go to everyone. You know what I'm saying? Like there's so many, and it's also like I learned that from Sean Cotton, who's a bigger blogger, and he does kind of the same thing I do, but he's in Texas. He's Say Cheese. It's a pretty big blog. He said that if you're at every single show for free, then why would someone pay to see you? And that kind of stuck with me. Like if I go to a lot of shows, but like I can't go to everyone, so I try to just choose wisely because I want. There's a certain amount of showing face that's good, but there's also a certain amount of like mystique and like demand that you build when you're not so too available. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like there's a balance to that.
Yeah, you got to balance your accessibility.
Right. And not only that, but I need to edit a bunch of video. You know, I got to be a dad. I'm got my son, you know, I got to be home. I'm not a huge partier as much as I used to. So like, you know, everyone's got their own stuff going on. He just turned 1 in December, so.
What was that like?
Actually, I think he's like 13 months now.
What was it like being a dad? Was that weird?
Oh, it was weird, but I love it. It was like very one of the probably like biggest things I want to check out my bucket list, just being a good father, you know, and I'm just so excited to watch him keep growing. He's growing so quick already. Like he's already talking, and they gravitate onto stuff so quick, you know, like he's already like saying shit. I'm like, I gotta stop saying shit. Like I'm like, I gotta stop. You know, they just copy you, and like you gotta. But I like it because it makes me more self-aware. Like, all right, let me be smart about what I got on the TV right now. Like today, I was watching some rapper interview, but my son's right there. I'm like, let me change this to basketball. I'm not trying to have him. You know what I'm saying? Like,
can't have him hear this shit.
Right. Well, some rapper interviews are cool because they're professional, but then you got some that are just, you know, profane and whatnot. So I was like, let me put something else on.
That's like my kids. Sometimes they want to listen to Can we come down and listen to the podcast? I'm like, I don't know who's coming in today.
Right.
It depends on who's in today, because some people definitely not. They're going to be like, well, when I was 10, I murdered 10 people.
Right. Yeah. Like, yeah. So yeah, it's definitely
it's life changing though, being a father though.
Oh yeah.
You know, you got somebody more important to you than you.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I know he's gonna be way better than me. It's dope. That's a dope feeling. I love it.
And you can't. It's like when you're single, before you have kids, before you have people, and you fall off. It's not that big. I fell off. I just gotta go sleep in my car, sleep on the couch, whatever. Right. You can't fall off when you have kids.
No.
You gonna have your kids sleeping in the car?
Nope.
I mean, what are you doing? You know, like you can't fall off. You gotta stay on top of it.
That's some real shit. But when I was single, I was doing that. I was sleeping in the car, sleeping on the homie's couch. You know what I'm saying? When I was first starting mom, I mean,
when you're single, it's easy.
Right.
It's easy. I mean, you don't got. I can sleep outside on the damn street. Ain't nobody.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like it's easy. I mean, it's not nice. It's not.
Right.
I'm not saying it's fun.
Right.
I'm not saying you want to do it, but it's a lot tougher for when you have a family.
Oh yeah.
It's way tough.
You gotta stay on your toes and make sure you're doing shit the right way.
Hell yeah. Like, when I was growing up, I used to be in a lot of tough situations, you know what I mean? But since I had my family with me, it helped me to get through a lot of it.
Yeah.
But if some people abandon their kids because it's so tough. You know, I'm so glad
it
that
blows my mind.
Yeah, I'm so glad my parents said that shit to me.
I got a homie. I ain't gonna give out names now, but his BM like basically did that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, it blows my mind. I'm like, bro, it's crazy. I feel bad for him. Like, I love my girl. She's a great mother. You know what I'm saying? Like, she definitely holds it down. So, but yeah, I don't understand that. What would make a human? Like, I understand, like, maybe, you know, there's a toxic relationship and, like, you're trying to see your kids, but, like, that's a whole different topic. Like, but, like, when you have the option to and you're just like, like,
fuck my kid.
yeah, like, that don't make sense. I don't understand that. If you got work, cool, go get your work done, whatever. But, like, if you're just a bum, just, like, fuck my kids. Like, that don't make sense. Yeah, it's weird.
You made it to your kid.
Right.
And it's especially when they look like you.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you just let your little me, like, do that. I don't
and they're so, like, loving, too, especially when they're young. Like, it's like,
they just love you for you.
Yeah, he's like, always just wants to be held. And I'm like, all right. It's, like, annoying, but it's, like, you love it so much because they're so, like, cute and, I don't know.
I miss my kids being that small, but I don't miss my kids being that small. I don't miss changing Pampers.
Right,
I don't miss coming into the room and crayon all over the walls. And
2 a.m.
I don't miss none of that shit.
Yeah.
But then sometimes when I watch videos, I'm like,
oh, yeah.
Oh, baby.
Yeah. I'm sure there's pros and cons, I'm sure.
So what are your plans for the?
As far as, like, Mile High Minute or just in general?
What are your plans? Yeah.
So, you know, first and foremost, be a great father. That's you know, the main thing. But just keep growing Mile High Minute. I want to expand the brand to, like, there's so many different avenues. I want to have more of a podcast style with it at some point. I would like to, you know, get more merch going. I'd like to get into real estate. I was into real estate a little bit, but I want to, like, actually own real estate and, like, potentially rentals at some point. I finished my bachelor's degree. I want to finish that up. Yeah, Metro.
Is Mile High Minute your full-time gig?
Pretty much. I still sell clothes and stuff on the side, but, you know, yeah, pretty much Mile High Minute's, like, full-time. So I just want to keep growing the brand and innovate, figure out new ways to grow the business stuff. I'm just having a hard time trying to figure out how to, like, build a team and, like, stuff like that.
That's the toughest part.
Oh yeah, that's tough.
Building a team's tough, man. It's hard to find people who are gonna actually care about Mile High Minute the way you do.
Oh yeah.
Or it's hard to find people who see the vision. So when you blow up and you got millions of dollars and all that stuff, it's easy to find people who see the vision because it's there.
Right.
But when you're in the beginning and you're trying to start something and there's no money coming in,
right,
it's hard for people to see past, you know, what's in front of them.
Right.
So it's really hard to build a team. I've done it several times, several businesses, and
facts.
It's really hard. That's how I met Egan here. You know, it's just you gotta be careful because nobody's gonna take care of your baby like you.
Right.
And some people are just gonna use your business for their personal needs.
Right.
And they're not the bigger whole of the business is not in their mind. What it's in their mind is what's good for them.
Right.
See what I mean?
Right.
So when you build a team, you just got to be very careful about who you pull in your circle, especially a smaller, like that would be a smaller. I don't imagine you having 200 employees or something. You know what I mean?
Right.
So something smaller like that, you definitely want, because then one person could sabotage your whole
and
your whole thing.
When I first started, I would kind of have issues with it. No one's getting paid at that point, so like it kind of fizzled out quick. But like recently, I had a homie who, you know, we're still cool.